We are in Mansfield today, guys, and what we're doing is we're taking photos of our freshly completed remodel. And what we had to do here was we had to completely fix and restore this kitchen, bathroom, powder room, pantry area due to a leak that happened for the clients. And what we did was completely strip and demo everything to the studs and build this new kitchen for them. And we're just going to show you a couple features that make this special, what makes our cabinetry special from the rest, and our process to how we build and how we design, and our ultimate end goal for producing high quality, highly executed, highly detailed kitchens and interior spaces. So one of the things that we like to do is really take an emphasis on cabinet construction. In this kitchen, we did everything one-piece cabinets, basically. There's no fillers, there's no overlay panels. Our frames are all one piece, our boxes are all one piece. So this corner cabinet here, this is all one piece. The frame is all one piece. So when you install it, you put in the ledger and you just install this cabinet and it's good to go. It makes things a little bit more difficult when you have to hang one giant unit, but the result produces a much cleaner, more beautiful looking cabinet. And as you can see, you have a very nice corner unit that is all one piece. The frame here is all one piece. These beaded inset panels, everything's one piece construction. Pocket screwed, glued, and then finished in our spray booth. Talking about our cabinets again, this is a triple box unit, all milled together in the shop. The frame, one piece continuous everywhere, so you don't have any fillers, you don't have any overlays, everything is built one piece, pocket screwed together, molded at the shop, and it produces just a beautiful one piece look without any fillers, without any voids, without any seams. So more to our one-piece cabinet construction. To my left here is our fridge wall cabinetry. So as you can see, these 4 cabinets here are all one piece. This 6-drawer bank is all one piece, and this tall double unit behind me is all one piece. So you have 4 cabinets as one unit, you have 6 drawers as one unit, and then you have 2 uppers and 2 lowers as one unit. So it makes installing it a little bit easier because it's all one piece. It's obviously harder to get them in, hang them, and level them, but it produces such a nicer finished product for us that we really love doing it this way, because you get a true seamless look, no fillers, no overlay panels, and everything just looks like furniture grade construction. And when you're building cabinetry and you're building homes to stand the test of time, everything should be built to last and to stand the test of time and use. And when you're building high end, you want to build furniture grade because it's going to look that much better, it's going to provide a better product, and it will stand the test of time for many, many years to come. Alright, so this is our fridge panel setup, and as you can see, this is all built to be one piece again. We have our upper cabinets built into the frame of this fridge. We didn't go panel ready. We wanted the stainless steel look. We like the change in material. And as you can see, our doors are built right into the frame of this cubby. Our panels are built in. Everything's one piece, and our frame is one piece. So again, no fillers, no overlays. Everything is furniture grade. You have our beaded inset throughout. Everything lines up, matches up, and it just produces a much cleaner, better looking product in our opinion. Another area I wanted to showcase was our main kitchen sink area. So you see a beautiful farmhouse sink, you see beautiful Kohler fixtures, and these are touchless features for the faucet. So if you're working, you got your hands dirty, you just bring your hand right under it and it turns on. The other thing that I want to talk about is our window trim and how we did that. So we talked about our nice 2.5-inch thick Colonial casing. We have this really nice 1.25-inch stool, or you can call it a sill, but it is technically called a stool. And then we have this really nice apron. And it's all built to kind of go together and look very period correct and timeless, but it just adds a level of class and depth that we really like. And the stool here creates depth, creates an area to put a plant or, you know, a sponge or whatever, but it really just looks super sharp. The casing looks very good with our tile backsplash, and it just creates a very classy feel for this kitchen. Another nice feature that we have in this kitchen is this range and hood setup. So what we did is we put in this pot filler on this wall for, you know, easily filling large pots for pasta, lobster, what have you. But a really nice feature also is this hood setup. So a lot of times what happens when you're cooking, you do forget to turn on the hood, and by the time you know it, you're just stinking up the joint and it's smoky and it's smelly. So with this hood insert, what it does is as soon as you turn on this range, it actuates the hood and turns it on for you. So take a look. Range is on, hood is on, light is on. So this is our powder room, and what we wanted to do here was create a very classic, timeless styled powder room. And in order for us to achieve that, what we did was we put beadboard on the walls, we capped that with a nice chair rail. We have a nice 3.5-inch crown and then a 6-inch V-groove ceiling application. We put champagne rose gold fixtures on everything. Our sink has the champagne rose, our sconces, even our toilet handle has that. And what it does is create a very clean and classy look without being over the top. It's understated, it's subtle, but it's very beautiful. It's very warm and inviting, and it's clean and refreshing all at the same time. You want that kind of a feel from a powder room. This is the main bathroom for the first floor, and it's right off the kitchen, so it's easy to use, it's easy to get to, and it's a nice inviting area for when you're entertaining, to show to your guests your style or, you know, your aesthetics. So this is our pantry and mudroom area, and we wanted to keep in line with our kind of classic timeless look. So we designed this to be more of an English styled pantry that you would see. Some of the features here that really set it apart are our 3/4 height beadboard walls capped with a chair rail. We then have a matching painted crown all the way around our cabinetry, again with a 6-inch V-groove ceiling application. We kept the ceiling white. Everything else is painted in a Duxbury gray finish to kind of give you that dark, moody, romantic feel. And with our cabinetry, we did everything to be one piece. Our doors here are 2-piece milled together, so when you open them, they actually open as one piece, but when they're closed, they do look like 2 separate doors. Another nice thing that we have here is our walnut top for all of our surfaces here, and these upper cabinets actually sit directly on this walnut top. So in this pantry, we built this big upper cabinet section to have handles and mops on the left side and then shelving here. But these doors, they look like 2 sets of doors, uppers and lowers. But in our cabinet shop, what we were able to do is actually mold them together to make them be one-piece doors. So when you open them, it's all one piece. You have your shelving right inside, and then when you close them, they look like 2-piece doors with this simulated rail here. And we wanted to keep the same kind of theme going of classy and timelessness. So we designed this to be kind of a period correct English style pantry. So one of the ways that we did that is we applied a beadboard finish to the walls. We did a chair rail, painted crown to match our cabinetry, and the 6-inch V-groove ceiling application. We also added a herringbone brick floor that we'll show you. And our cabinets here, they're designed in the same manner. Everything is 1-piece frames, 1-piece boxes to give you a really clean, seamless look. So keeping it in line with being a classic English style pantry, one of the nice additions here was having walnut countertops. And in our cabinetry, we actually did painted interiors and walnut shelves to match and keep everything going. So when you open the door, you have this beautifully painted interior with walnut shelves, and we're going to show you what makes our interiors different than anybody else's. That is a little bit of a special trick that we like to do to really make it one level nicer than anything else, and kind of add a nice detail and finishing touch to the interiors of our cabinetry. And so with our interiors, we wanted to add another level of detail, and we added these brass ferrules in our shop, and it just gives you another level of touch, another level of class, and shows you how really intricate and detailed you can get with your cabinetry. And it's a nice little touch. It adds a little bit of a detail, and it's a little bit of a wow factor too. And we just think it looks really nice and really sharp, and really charming and handsome also. So another thing that's really interesting about these cabinets is the interiors. They're painted interiors, but they also have these brass ferrules, as you can see. And being a woodworker by trade, I was always thinking, how do I make my cabinets a little bit nicer? And blending a few different things together, we came up with this idea. We have these brass ferrules installed in our factory at the time of assembly, and what it does is it kind of gives you a vibe of, kind of a coachwork built vehicle. But really where this is from the guitar building world. And if you think of a Fender Telecaster, on the back of it, you'll see 6 ferrules where the strings go through in the body, and that's to protect the wood from the strings going in and out. So we took that approach and applied it to our cabinetry to give it a little bit of an extra touch, an extra feature, because whenever you open a cabinet, you just see holes in bare wood. And I always said to myself, there's got to be a better way to make a nicer cabinet on the inside. And through a lot of trial and error, we came up with this solution, and we're really happy with how it looks, how it presents, and it just creates a very classy coachwork styled finish that you really don't see anywhere else. And it kind of gives you a classic, almost like a Rolls-Royce finish, something coach built by many tidy hands working together to make a beautiful finished product that has love, care, and attention put into it. So these are our 2 coat cubbies on either side of the mudroom built in. We have a tall vertical here with a bar for hanging coats. We have a shelf up above for hats and scarves, and then we have another drawer below for added storage. And as you can see, everything's painted interiors, painted drawers. It just produces a much nicer finish and a more attractive looking product. One other nice thing about this mudroom pantry area is that the floor here is a herringbone infill brick with a double running bond, and then under the bench it goes continuously to the back of the wall. Another favorite area of this pantry is this oval window and drop zone area. So we had issues trying to center everything and make everything line up with these cabinets behind me. So we installed this oval window and we centered it with this lower cabinet, and our mill workshop was actually able to produce a fully one-piece oval trim out of the matching 2.5 inch by 1.25 thick Colonial casing that we have throughout the house. What's nice about this casing is it gives you a little bit more depth, a little bit more shadow line, and it kind of adds to the romance of the home and of the millwork package. So once we install the oval window, we trim it out, we paint it, it looks super, super sharp and beautiful, and does kind of create this own little vignette of an area that is romantic, it's sexy, it's beautiful, and it's really just a great little nook of your home that really gets overlooked. People don't really pay attention to it, but you have this wonderful area for yourself, for your guests, for your family that really is beautiful, it's inspiring, and it kind of brings you at peace as well with the colors and the textures and the materials. So this project all started from a leak in this laundry room originally. And so in order to prevent that in the future, we have 3 things in place to stop that from happening. Number 1 is our copper pan. and we have a 2-inch vertical lip on that. So if any water does enter into the pan, it has plenty of time to have a precaution put in place. The other thing we have is a wireless leak detector in that pan. So if that senses water, it will send a message to our client to then shut the water off. The third thing we have is an actual valve flood stop regulator in the back there. So when that regulator senses water, it will mechanically shut the valves off in the wall to these 2 machines to prevent any more water entering this assembly and in this pan. So we're really trying to think ahead, think of how many ways we can prevent these issues and try to prevent this from happening ever again. And these little things create peace of mind, they create comfort for the homeowner, they create comfort for us too as builders, because we know we're not going to have any issues. And if we do, we have 3 steps in place to save us time from damage, and to really help our client and home out. Once again, thank you for following along. Thank you for our clients for trusting us with this project, and we're just super proud of it. We love doing these types of projects and being part of our clients' lives, and we just can't stress enough how grateful and thankful we are for being able to provide these services for our clients, for their homes.